Peace. What's the word? What's happening, everybody? Give everybody a chance to tap in with the kid before we start building on the subject matter for the day. Hopefully, y'all having a powerful Tuesday, and hopefully, y'all got about an hour or so to chop it up with the kid. That's about the amount of time that I have, man. Peace to everybody that was tapped in a little early before I tapped in. Anais, Q this, Q that. Peace. What's happening? Everybody living and feeling on this wonderful Tuesday. Give y'all about 3 to 5 minutes to tap in with the kid before we start diving into the subject matter, man. What's the word? Let me know how y'all living and feeling, man, before we get started. It's a wonderful Tuesday, man. The weather is nice, so we good. We feeling good. You know how black folks are. We get charged up by the sun. So the sun is starting to beam out here, so we charged up. Melanin activated. Serpent X, peace. What's happening? What's the word? Oh, hold on. Hold up. Am I doing out here going crazy? All right, hold on. Fit Warrior Fitness, peace. What's happening? Kenyatta, peace. What's happening? My brother Chris, what's happening? Clocks in. My brother, what's happening? What's the word? You the sun, peace. What's happening? How everybody living and feeling on this wonderful Tuesday? What's the word? You know, we talking about priorities. Y'all see what it is? We talking about priorities. Trap Junkie, peace. What's happening? Lindell, peace. We got people that got to get their priorities in order. You know, we got people out here fiending to find the right one before they even consider getting their health in order. That's incorrect. We can't be doing that. We can't be moving like that. Get your health in order first and foremost, fam. We talking priorities. And y'all know since I'm a trainer, the priority is always gonna be health. You know, we got people neglecting their health, man, but they trying to get in relationships. They trying to find the right one. Now, how about you find, you know what I'm saying? How about you find your health first or activate your health first? Y'all know what it is, man. We got to stop acting desperate out here, man. Everything gonna come to you, but we acting desperate. Desperation is never a good look, especially from a man. You know, when you are a man out here, you appear desperate, man. That's not gonna attract the type of woman that you may need in your life, man. They don't like for a man to be out here looking desperate. They like for a man to be out here handling this business. You know, so when you out here taking care of your health, taking care of your business, then again, you're gonna get the type of woman that you need. But when you out here acting desperate, man, you're not gonna get what you need at all. You're not gonna get what you need, you're not gonna get what you want. You know, majority of the women out here, they do not like a desperate man. That's not attractive. You know, so when you out here looking thirsty for relationships, when you out here looking thirsty for women, man, you're not gonna, that ain't gonna work for you. That's not gonna work out. That's gonna backfire every time. That's gonna lead to you either getting rejected by everybody or you getting played. So kill the desperation, man. Don't be out here looking and sounding desperate, fam. Don't be out here possessing that desperate energy. It's not gonna work for you. That is going to backfire 100% of the time. You're gonna get played or you're just gonna get rejected. Either or. You know what I'm saying? Either or. Fit warrior, exactly. You know what I'm saying? Your health fails. What is that relationship? Absolutely nothing. You know, you become a burden to this person, and that's unfair to that person. So take care of yourself. Hey, clocks in, man. Hey, whoever whoever fits this shoe, that's who it's for. You know what I'm saying? Whoever fits the shoe, that's who it's for. You know, so we got to get the health on point. I'm trying to tell you, do not take for granted the time that you have to yourself. Don't take that time for granted, fam, because then when you do come across the right one, man, you're not gonna have that same amount of time to dedicate to getting yourself in order, to getting your health in order. You're just not gonna have that time, you know. So again, don't take that time for granted, man. If you have a period of time in your life right now where you gotta walk through life solo dolo, man, embrace that. Look at that as an opportunity to evolve, to grow, to get healthier, to get stronger. Don't take it for granted. Don't take it for granted and waste all your time pondering and being desperate. Don't do that. Being sad, being depressed, thinking that you need somebody with you. Don't do that, fam. Like the position that you are in right now, your current circumstances right now, that's the current circumstances that you need right now. So you exactly where you need to be right now. Take advantage. You are exactly where you need to be in life right now. Your exact set of circumstances right now are the exact set of circumstances that you need in your life. You know, Nice peace. What's happening, sister? So you exactly where you need to be. Nothing more, nothing less. You are exactly where you need to be, man. So you just got to analyze where you are at currently and see what lessons you can attain from it, man. And just embrace the time, man. Embrace the time, man. Embrace the circumstances. Embrace everything. Embrace everything about your current set of circumstances, man. Don't be trying to be like, man, if I had this, then it'll be complete. Nah, nothing from the outside is gonna complete you, contrary to what everybody is telling you. You know, if you don't feel complete, you know what I'm saying, without somebody in your life, somebody coming into your life is not necessarily going to complete you, fam. That's not how that works. You got to close the cycle within yourself, man. That's an inside job. Nobody else is going to complete you. No. And you should not be dependent upon somebody else to complete you, like at all. Because what happens if that person disconnects from you? What happens if you lose that person? Nah, you got to be able to, you got to complete oneself. Maurice, peace, what's happening? Clocks in, you say if you, we could put that up on the screen. You say if you had to put them in order, what's the top 3 priorities to focus on? The top 3 priorities. Number 1 is gonna be health. Like that's just number 1. That's at the top. If you don't have wealth, you don't have anything. You don't have anything. You know. So I'm gonna say wealth is number 1. Then as a man, I'm gonna say, I guess you can say career, or you know what I'm saying, something like that. So I'm gonna say health. Then I'm gonna say career, what it is that you do to strive to earn your living. Number 3, I'm gonna say your culture. A lot of people may say your spirituality, religion, whatever the case may be. I use the term culture, you know. So I'm gonna say for a man, your health. Hey, this could apply for women too. But I'm gonna say your health, your career, and then your culture. You know, and when you come into any relationship with all of those things solidified, you good. You good. You got to have a culture that you represent, something that you stand on and stand for. I'm not talking about joining a particular group, you know, but you should have a set of principles, man. That's what the culture is. That's your way of life. You should have that solidified. You should focus on that, especially as a man. You know, you should know what it is that you're going to do to earn this living. You should have your hustles in order, you know, and then your health. That's number 1. That's simple. Like as men, that's what it is. Southside, peace, what's happening? Montel, what's happening? Maurice, for sure. You know, and that's another good way to see or determine if somebody could potentially be the right one for you. You know, if you coming into a situation and you focused on your health and you elaborate on that and you let her know, like, hey, you know, right now in my life, like my health, getting this weight down is the most important. If she understands that and supports you, then you might, you know, that might be somebody worth holding on to. But if you come into a situation and you focused on your health and that person is trying to take you away from that, you automatically right there. Nah, we ain't dealing with that. We ain't dealing with it. Montel, peace, man. Everything is good my way. Everything is good. You know, so that's a good way to determine if somebody is right for you, man. Like, all right, I'm focusing on my health, this, that, and the third. And they like, you know what? We good. You know, we good. And they supporting you, they working out with you, whatever the case may be. They want to join in with you. Like that's right and exact. Yeah, clocks in that finance that goes right in alignment with the career, you know. So as men, you know, your health, your finances, your culture, spirituality, whatever you want to call it, your energy. You know what I'm saying? Whatever you want to call it. You know, all of that is going to connect to the mental, getting that mental in order. Need a piece, my sister. What's happening? You know, for real, man. We gotta. I keep pushing, prioritizing our health, man. I just hit my workout. Y'all saw it. I posted it. You know, I've been cranking it up on the workouts, man. Hey, I'm trying to take this thing to the next level. I ain't going, man. I'm sticking around for a very long time. And I need for people around me to take heed to that. So we can all stick around for a very long time so that we can see these messages through. You know, so I just got done getting it in. Health is wealth, man. Health is wealth. That's simple, man. Man, Maurice, yeah, exactly. Yeah, exactly. You know, and that's why you need to come into a situation with your goals and your foundation already laid out. You know, when you come into the situation with your goals already laid out, you already letting the person know what it is. Like, listen, before you came into the picture, this is what I was focusing on. I'm still focusing on it. You know, so you could either get with it or you can get with it or get lost. Man, Nita, I'm trying to tell, and I see it all the time, which is crazy. But I see it all the time as a trainer. I see it all the time. I see it all the time, man. People don't support the health goals of a spouse, of a potential spouse. Like I see it all the time. Like you a man and you jealous of your woman getting in shape. What? And vice versa. That don't even make any sense. Go join them. I don't, for the life of me, that don't make any sense. I'm gonna be jealous of my woman getting in shape when all I got to do is join them. Like that's just that simple. What am I jealous for? What am I hating on? And then you just got people that want to sabotage the health of they people. You know, when you got a dude dating a woman and she trying to get right and exact, and dude trying to sabotage, trying to feed her all the wrong foods, and man, just everything, and vice versa. Man, you got a dude that's working out and the chick, she not working out, she's trying to sabotage his health, cooking all the wrong foods, knowing he's not trying to eat this, that, and the third. Like that's ridiculous. But I've seen it all. I've seen it all. Lindell, exactly. 100%. 100%. Anybody got time for that? You know, that baggage. You know, we need to learn how to heal, man, before we try to get into other situations. You know, if you was just in a situation and it was kind of toxic, yeah, don't come into your new situation with all that baggage. That suppressed baggage. You ain't even tapped into it. And then you get with somebody else and now they got to suffer the consequences of your baggage from the previous relationship. Man, that ain't cool. That's never cool. I need out. Yeah, I was just saying. Yep, that's what I'm talking about. You got to heal. You know, got to heal before we go jump right into another situation. Man, I know some people that can't stand being alone. You know, they can't stand being single. So it's like soon as they break up, they got to jump right into another situation. It's like, man, nah, be with yourself for a minute. It's cool. It's not gonna be the end of the world if you got to be with yourself for a few months, for a few years, man. It ain't a problem. Promise you that. You can do a lot of growing. Maurice, man, I'm trying to tell you, and I didn't seen and heard all type of reasons, man, and it's ridiculous. It's ridiculous. And then you will even see situations where like the dude will be the one pushing his lady to work out. Then she starts working out and her body starts to transform, and then he hating. But you the reason why she was working out in the first place. You the one was telling her to go to the gym or she need to go to the gym, and you wasn't doing it. Then her body started to transform, and then it's like now you hating at the attention that she getting, but you was the one that was pushing her to go to the gym, fam. That don't make sense. That doesn't make any sense. Oh, need it for sure, man. I just y'all know I just had my smoothie. I'm gonna drink smoothie number 2 after I get off this joint. But we smoothied in. I'm doing all smoothies today. So I'm going for 3, 4 smoothies today, you know? For real. We don't just talk it. We living this out. So we ain't just talking it, we gonna live it out. We gonna live this lifestyle out, man. We taking care of ourselves on a daily basis, man. That's all we can do. Take it day by day. What are you doing on a daily basis, man? That's elevating your health. What are you doing? That's a question you got to ask yourself. What am I doing on a daily basis that's contributing to the elevation of my health, mentally and physically? What are some things that you are doing on a daily basis? Like that's how you become healthy. Daily activities. Daily activities that's contributing to the elevation of one's health mentally and physically. That's true health right there. What are you doing every day? Oh yeah, Nita, it's ridiculous. Like, why even remain in that situation? Like, that's the funny part to me. Why would I'm not even gonna remain in that. Like, I'm not remaining in a situation where you with somebody and they hating on you and they trying to sabotage your health. Like, that's not even cool to even remain in that, fam. You know what I'm saying? Like, you was a former alcoholic and you striving to sober up, and you with somebody that's an alcoholic, and instead of them supporting you, they drinking around you. They buying all the drinks, got all the drinks in the crib. Like, why would you even want to be around that? Fam, I'm trying to clean up my life, and I'm around somebody that's not on the same type of time, and they surrounded me with all the stuff I'm trying to avoid. No. That's not what's up, and that's not where it's at, fam. Like, we be sweeping that aspect under the rug. I feel like health is one of those things where both parties need to be in agreement. I don't feel like it's right for one of the parties to be like, well, I'm gonna take care of myself and I'm gonna allow my spot not to take care of themselves. That ain't cool. Like, we should be in agreement. You know what I'm saying? This ain't like I'm forcing a religion on a person. We talking about eating healthy. We talking about longevity. We talking about being alive so that, you know what I'm saying? Like, you got kids so we can take care of these kids. You know what I mean? Like, stuff like that. Fam, that's ridiculous. To where one party like, all right, I'm finna start juicing. I'm doing my smoothies, but I'm gonna allow this other person to eat whatever. No, we both need to be on that. We both need to be on it. So I'm gonna take care of myself just so I can watch you eat yourself to an early grave. And now I'm emotionally messed up because I watched you do that. Nah, I'm good. I'm good. We both need to get on. We both need to get on board. Khalil, peace. What's happening, my brother? Maurice, there we go. That sounds pretty cool to me. That sounds about right to me. That's how it's supposed to go. Are you on this journey? Let me work out with. Let me join you. If somebody really fool with you, they joining you. Again, we talking about exercise. We talking about fitness, man. We talking about being healthy. Like, we need to be healthy. So all right, boom, that's what you on. Let's get it. You say you work out when? All right, I'm gonna join you. If I can't join you, I'm rooting for you. I'm still gonna be getting mine in. You know, that's how it needs to go, for real. You know, I'm always coming with the health, man. I'm always building my health, man, and I strive to motivate and inspire the people around me. I strive to motivate and inspire the people that's watching. You know, I ain't gonna do too much talking in regards to the people around me, again, because I lead by action. So it's like when they see me being committed and consistent, then they follow suit. That's how it naturally goes. The ones that, you know what I'm saying, like the ones that's really serious. Magic Peace, what's happening? Clocks in. Hey, I can relate to that. I was in a situation back in the day where I was intentionally provoked. So, you know what I'm saying? She intentionally provoked me because she was like, I was just trying to see if you can get mad. Because I never had got mad. So I was in a situation, man, where mugs intentionally provoked me because they wanted to see me get mad. Needless to say, that didn't work. I was like, no, I'm like, what? You know what I'm saying? Like, mugs want to see you snap. So they intentionally provoke you. I was in a situation like that early in the game. Mugs thought that was like funny or something. You know, tried to do something intentionally to get under my skin so they could see me get mad because I always kept a cool demeanor. Like, what type of dumb nonsense is that? You know, to think somebody is not capable of getting upset. Like, we are all capable of getting upset. You know, so to go out your way, especially as a woman, to go out of your way to make a man upset, man, you play. That's a dangerous game you playing. Like, don't do that. You know, because especially a black man, because we already dealing with a lot of nonsense that we suppress, unfortunately. So don't go out of your way to tick us off. Don't do that. Like, do not do that. Do not mess with a black man like that, man. Even if we appear to be peaceful, even if we appear to be on a monk status, Don't go out of your way to make us mad. Don't do that. Man, don't do that, man. We deal with enough. We deal with enough discrimination. We deal with enough nonsense. We deal with enough toxicity. We deal with enough paranoia. We deal with enough of that as black men. So again, last thing we need is for a sister to be trying to intentionally provoke us. That ain't cute. You know what I'm saying? Like, that ain't funny. Because then when we respond accordingly, we the ones gonna have to suffer. We gonna have to suffer the hardest. All because all because we was chilling and you just wanted to see if a brother could get upset. Then when they get upset, when we get upset and we didn't snap, and now we locked up, we dead, all other type of stuff that happened. So just leave a brother alone, man. If a brother is peaceful, let him be peaceful. We are all capable of snapping. You know what I'm saying? Everybody is capable. Everybody has that side. Don't intentionally bring it out. A lot of us brothers, we keep that side on the low. At least we strive to keep that side on the low, not only to protect ourselves, but to protect people around us. I don't want to unleash that side because I don't know who I may harm, you know. So I'm like, nah, we gonna keep it peaceful. So we looking out for you when we decide to be peaceful, when we chill out. We looking out for you. We don't want to lash out on you. So don't intentionally bring that out. Don't do that. Oh, Maurice, for sure, man. I've been there, done that. And I got temper problems. So for somebody to be like, oh, we're gonna intentionally try to make you mad, made no sense. Because I'm like, man, I got a short temper already, and I was working on it at the time. You know, so I'm like, man, this is ridiculous. That was like a trigger, fam. Like, I'm acknowledging the fact that I got this short temper, and then I get with somebody and they try to intentionally provoke me because now I'm striving to be peaceful. Nope. Like, I ain't even about to, I'm not about to stay with something. I'm not staying in that type of situation. That ain't gonna end well. That never ends well. So I'm like, nah, we got to go. We got to exit stage left on this one. You know, but I was in a situation like that. So I acknowledge it. I'm like, yes, I had a temper. You know, I try not to claim that now, but I had the temper. You know, I'm working on it. Then I tell you that, and then you intentionally striving to provoke. Like, yeah, we know what type of person you are. This ain't gonna work. This ain't gonna fly. We gone. Man, Nita, I'm trying to tell you. And I wish everybody else understood that. You know, just hey, chill out. If a person ain't bothering you, if a person is peaceful, if a person is chilling, let them chill. Fam, you having a bad day, don't try to bring somebody else down. I can't stand that. Fam, when I'm having a bad day, I ain't trying to bring nobody else down with me. I'm having a so-called negative day. I ain't trying to make everybody else day negative. I'm trying to deal with my negativity in peace. When they say, man, Royce the 5'9" got a lyric that they say misery loves company. No, I don't. Man, I feel that. You know, when I'm feeling miserable, I don't want company. I don't want to bring anybody else down. You know, so that misery loves company joint, that don't apply to me when I'm feeling down. I don't want to bring anybody down with me. I don't want anybody around me. I don't want any company when I'm feeling miserable. I don't want any company. Like, that's the last thing I'm striving to do is bring somebody down. Nah, I'm good. Let me go. Let me deal with this. Let me deal with this in peace, man. So I can't stand when people do not reciprocate that. Like, oh, you feeling bad now? You want to bring me down? Now you want me to feel bad? You want me to match your energy? Nah, no, leave me alone. Oh, Maurice, for sure. Them the main ones they do it to. Them the main ones they do it to. They gonna strive to push the buttons of a brother that appears to have it all together. It's like they trying to crack the code, you know. They trying to have bragging rights. Yeah, like I got dude to snap. He don't never snap, but I got dude to snap. Like that's cute. Like they get cool points for getting the dude that's normally cool to snap. No, it's nothing cool about that, fam. It's nothing cool about knowing what buttons to push on a man that normally doesn't get angry. Like, nah. Or at least a brother that strives to be at peace or centered. Oh yeah, need a man that yeah, a lot of people been talking about narcissistic individuals lately. That's been like that's been a popular subject as of late. I don't know where that has stemmed from, but I've been seeing that word a lot lately. Yeah, I've been seeing that word a lot, almost like it's trending. Yeah, Maurice. Boy, how many times I've been, if you won't get angry, if you don't respond in a certain type of way, yeah, you don't care at all. That's crazy. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's crazy. So now, if I don't respond in an angry fashion, then I don't care. Then my response is, you show right. I don't care to be angry. I don't care to go back and forth. I don't care to have my blood pressure increase because you upset, because you didn't like something. I don't. Are you right? I would tell him, yeah, you right. I don't care. Real, straight up. I care about my sanity. I care about my peace. So I'm gonna respond accordingly. TRKR, peace. What's happening? Magic, yeah, that never ends well. That never ends well. You intentionally push somebody's buttons. That's never going to end well. So it's like, don't even indulge in that activity, fam. Don't do that. Again, everybody is capable. Everybody is capable of getting angry. Again, I don't care how peaceful a dude seems. Trust me, he's capable of getting angry. So no need to even try to push him, fam. He's capable. We are all capable. You know, you do not want to push certain people, man. You gotta watch them. You don't want to push it. You don't want to push their buttons because when they respond, it ain't gonna be too nice. It ain't gonna be too nice at all. But yeah, I've been in that. I was in that situation, man. That was foul. That was sick. I remember it like it was yesterday. I couldn't even believe it. Really, I couldn't believe it. So you intentionally provoking me because you don't think I can get angry. Wow. Then when I get angry, you know, it's crazy. Then when you get angry, you know, they shocked, they surprised, like, oh my God, I can't believe you snapping like that. What did you think? What you think I was gonna do? Yeah, Nita, I was gonna say that it's being overused based off of the amount of times I saw it. They definitely overusing it. You know, when people tend to overuse a word, yeah, that tends to kind of get on my nerves a little bit, man, when they overuse a word. But I've been seeing narcissistic a lot lately. And some people obviously don't even know what the word really means. So that's kind of weird. Like, for one, we can look the definition up of the word, you know, and even still, when you look definitions up, like, people comprehension skills are weird. You look up a word, it gives you a definition. How are we fumbling that? Like, if I want to know what something means and I look it up and it gives me a definition, what more do I need? You like, it gave you the definition. People still fumble it. They still misconstrue the word or the definition. I can't even remember the post that I saw. I think it was revolving around this dude basically saying the the way you dress or something had something to do with narcissism. I mean, I can't even remember, man. It was like a viral Facebook post, and the dude was talking about his interaction or his encounter with a young lady, and he said something along the lines of how he dressed or how he dresses, you know, and she was saying that's not narcissism, and he was saying that it is. It was something weird like that. I was like, man, what are we even talking about? What are we even debating about? So again, that's like, I don't even understand it. When it comes to stuff like that, when it comes to a word, I'm gonna utilize the definition of the word. I'm not gonna create my own definition of that word. I'm gonna look up the word, we're gonna settle it. When you look up narcissist, it tells you a noun, a person who has an excessive interest in or admiration of themselves. How are we messing up this word? How are we messing up what this word means? That's the definition. A person who has an excessive interest in or admiration of themselves. That's simple definition to me, fam. Self-absorbed individual. You know, that's simple definition, simple breakdown. I don't even know what's really causing confusion. Again, the definition is right here. We got dictionaries. We got phones that can give you the definition, literally. So what is the problem? I don't understand why we do that with certain concepts and certain words, stuff that we can literally look up. We got these smartphones, we look up everything else, but when it comes to stuff like this, we don't want to look up the definition. Yeah, magic for sure. And again, we can just look up all the words, kill confusion. I'm gonna deal with the actual facts. I just look it up. I just look it up. That's how when it comes to when people start debating and arguing stuff like that with me, I start looking up the word. I say, let's go, let's deal with it. Let's deal with the definition that they have given us. Man, let's deal with the because we using a word that they gave us. So let's utilize their definition. So we already using their language and their word. Let's use their definition. And I just go from there. Man, neither you survived on man. Hey, because I know some people that's like that, and it's crazy. Maurice, I'm telling we do that all the time. Man, we confirmation bias, all that, man. We gonna take a word and we literally gonna change the definition to benefit whatever our mindset is or whatever our stance is. Man, I'm not doing that. I'm gonna look at the definitions and I'm gonna work with those. I'm gonna work with the definitions that they gave me. Oh, needed for sure. Like the definition is deep enough for me because the definition is deep. A person who has an excessive interest, and that's another key word. This is what people, a person who has an excessive interest. See, people start missing out key words like excessive. It doesn't say a person who has an interest in, it says an excessive interest. So you can have interest in yourself, but it's saying an excessive interest or admiration of themselves. So people be missing words like excessive, man. Excessive is a key word right there, man. Excessive. That's when it becomes a problem. We not telling you you can't feel some type of way about yourself. We can't tell we not telling you that you can't admire yourself, be interested in oneself, but when it becomes excessive, that is the problem, fam. That is the problem. When it becomes excessive, fam, that is the problem. So again, I know people don't comprehend because I've done this many of times on posts I've made. I will throw in keywords on purpose. On purpose. I would say something like studies say, or in my opinion, and people will still overlook what I had just said before I wrote down the meat, as they say, of the post. Studies indicate. I literally just told you studies indicate. Then I make the post and then somebody will comment, few people will comment and act like this is something I said. I literally just let you know studies indicated. So this is not me. This is what the study said. So that's always funny to me when I be doing that, man. I do that on purpose with a lot of posts. You know, I do it on purpose. I will let you know. I was like, look, hey, in my opinion, or I was reading this and it said. I didn't say I said. I said I was reading this and it said. The book said. The article said. And people still act like I said it. Even though I let you know the source. This book said. This article said this. They act like I said it. Like I found this interesting. I didn't say I agree. I said I found this interesting, and then I elaborate on what I find interesting. People still be like I act like I said it. Zaru, you say I know I'm off subject, but what all you be putting in your 2 smoothies. That ain't all subject. Hey, the subject is health being a priority. So that ain't all subject. We good. But my smoothies, man, I keep it real simple. I put spinach. So I rotate my greens and my vegetables, man. So it's spinach, kale, celery, watercress. Sometimes I use arugula. And I rotate between those 5 greens. But spinach is always in there. Spinach is always the base. And I rotate the other 4 greens. The kale, so I either have 1 week I had kale with the spinach. The next week I have celery. Then the next week I have watercress. The next week I have arugula. But I always keep spinach as the foundation to the smoothie. And then I use some form of berry, like frozen berries right now. Strawberries, blueberries, mangoes, whatever fruit I feel like using. But primarily I like to use berries. And sometimes I may get some oranges or like some kiwis or something like that. But right now I'm using berries, frozen berries. So it'd be spinach, like right now today, spinach, kale, frozen mangoes, some carrots, hemp seeds, brewer's yeast, some ground ginger. And I use this sweetener called monk fruit sweetener. It's good if you're looking to add that sweetness to a smoothie, but you're not trying to have any sugar, you know. So that has 0 sugar, but it adds a little sweetness to your smoothie. So I put that monk fruit sweetener in the joint, and then some banana, and then blackstrap molasses. And then right now I'm using the unsweetened almond milk, but normally I use oat milk. And then that'll be my 2 smoothies. So spinach, kale, frozen mangoes, carrots, hemp seeds, brewer's yeast, ground ginger, the banana, then the blackstrap molasses with the like oat milk or unsweetened almond milk. And a monk fruit sweetener. And I normally use ground cinnamon too, but I ran out. So I normally would throw some ground cinnamon in there, but I ran out. But today I put some turmeric in there too, though. Some ground turmeric. So I'll be loading my smoothies up. Cause like I said, I drink 2 smoothies during the day. So I gotta load them joints up with nutrients, fam. You know, so that's why I put a lot of that stuff in there. Load that joint up. Now you notice I didn't throw a lot of fruit in there, you know. I only throw a few of the frozen mangoes in there, or a few of the blueberries, whatever I'm using. So I don't throw a lot of fruit in them joints, you know. So that mug is green. That monk fruit sweetener is cool with the ground cinnamon though. Clocks in for sure. Definitely a power smoothie for sure, 100%. RG, you say you ever use unsweetened coconut milk? Nah, I really don't. Yeah, I never use coconut milk. Oh yeah, need it, man. Hey. Yeah, narcissistic people having no empathy, man, for sure. Hey, I'm already up. That's why, now, like I said, I know some people like that. And another thing about them too, the ones that I know, man, them some emotional dude. Them the dudes I know. Man, it's emotional people, man. Like the narcissistic dudes I know, man, them dudes emotional, fam. Like emotional, and they are walking. I'm talking about. We all can have some contradictory ways, but man, they be tripping over the dumbest stuff. Like you out here cheating. Like this, I know some Moni Peace. What's happening? I know some dudes that's so weird back in the day, and still to this day probably, but I don't tap in with them like that. But I know some dudes that was juggling like 4 or 5 different women, and then anytime one of the young ladies that they were talking to was talking to another dude, they got mad. I'm like, dude, what sense is this making? Fam, you talking to 5 different women. When you get off the phone with her, you finna call another one up. And now you mad because she talking to, that don't even make any sense, fam. You got 5. Just eliminate her and deal with 4. Man, like I've watched all that. I'm like, man, that's weird. I'm like, dude, that don't. I'm like, bro, so you finna increase your blood pressure. You about to get upset. Like, literally, I'm talking about be on the phone hollering, screaming, cussing, knowing he about to call another chick after this. I'm like, dude, that don't make any sense. What you mad for? You done told, like, there's no, man, dudes, the dudes I know that was on that type of time be tripping. Like, what type of what type of ego problems you dealing with, fam? Were you talking to 5 women and you think not one of them is talking to some other dudes, and you find out one of them talking to another dude, you spazzing out. You ready to blow up the city. But you talking to 5 of them though. Like, man, what? And you lying, not mind you, and you lying to all 5. Like, that's another thing. You didn't tell all 5 of them the truth. You lying to all 5 of them, making it seem like all 5 of them are the only ones. So you lying to them, and then when one is talking to another dude, you tripping. But you lying to all 5 of them though. I didn't seen all that type of weirdo activity. I stay away from them type of dudes. I'm like, man, what is you on? That's weird, man. Like, that's some very weird energy. Devin, peace, what's happening? Hey, Nita, ain't nothing wrong with the water. Water, hey, water cool. CEO, peace, what's happening? Oh, Nita, I'm already knowing. Yeah, a lot of that stuff be intentional for sure. Man, I done had, man, I'm trying to have a conversation with somebody that's like narcissistic or somebody that just has ego problems. Those are the worst conversations. I can't take it. I cannot take having a conversation with a person and all they doing is talking about themselves. I can't take that, man. I can't take it. Eventually, it ain't even gonna take long. It take me about 20, 30 seconds to realize a person is that way. I mean, you have a conversation, I'm telling you, you have a conversation with a person, boy, you gonna instantly find out if they narcissistic or if they have ego problems. You gonna find out. Whole conversation is about them. They ain't asked you nothing about you. They don't care about what you say about you. Anytime you say anything about you, they make it about them. Like, you can't, man, I'm trying to tell you, I can't stand them conversations. I cannot stand those individuals. I can't stand talking to them type of people. Get away from me. Every time you say something, you could not even be talking to them, fam. Like, they could be in the vicinity. You ain't talking to them, but you said something, and they come out of nowhere, inserting themselves in a conversation, making whatever you just said about them. Everything you say, they got to come out of nowhere and insert themselves in the conversation. Nah. Like, them people get ignored instantly. I don't want to keep hearing about you, fam. That is not how that works, fam. If we can't have a dialogue, an even exchange, I'm good. I don't want to talk to you. I'm not about to listen to somebody talk to themselves, man. I can't do that one. I cannot do that one, man. I've had coworkers like that. That's the most annoying individual on this planet. The most annoying person on the planet. Somebody that just sits and talks about themselves all day. Like, we want to hear that, fam. I don't want to hear that. You better, if you don't allow me to say some things without you making it about you, I'm good. I'm great. I'm gravy. Oh yeah, need it for sure, 100%. You know, I'm good. I'm straight on all that. I'm 100% good. You know, I'm a good listener. I listen very well, but I'm not about to keep listening to you talk about yourself and ain't allowing me to say anything. No. You know what I'm saying? It's not every time I interact with you. No. Emphatically no. Moni, I'm telling you, come out the wood, man. I'm telling y'all, I done been in situations like that. Man, you be in a room with about 4 or 5 people, man. You talking to one person, the next person come out of nowhere. Boom. I heard y'all talking about this. Well, I got a grandma that, man, ain't nobody literally asked you about anything. Why are you coming in this conversation? Yeah, Devin, we was just breaking that down. Narcissism deals with a person who has an excessive interest in or admiration of themselves. Excessive being the key word. Once it becomes excessive, it's a problem. It's a problem. Yes, you can be confident. You're supposed to be confident in yourself. But when you are excessively interested in yourself, as if like you blocking out the entire world, nobody else matters, nothing else matters. You having conversations with people and you basically talking to yourself. You know what I'm saying? You talking about yourself the whole time. Nah, that's dead. That's dead. Like I cannot stand those individuals. I'm telling you, I've been in places like that where you will work with somebody for 8 hours, and the entire 8 hours they didn't talk about themselves. The entire 8 hours, the person talked about themselves. We ain't going. We got to put an end to that. All magic, and they strive to do that. You know, they strive to deceive, manipulate, take advantage of. You know, well, I'm good on it. You know, at this stage in my life, man, I don't fall for okie dokes. I don't entertain stuff that I don't want to entertain. You know, I just don't. I don't do it. If I don't want to deal with something, guess what? I'm not dealing with it. If I don't want to deal with a person, I'm not dealing with them. They gonna get ignored. You know, I'm not gonna interact with this person if I don't want to. I'm not forcing myself to interact with an individual that has characteristic traits that irritate me, fam. You so full of yourself, man. Like I ain't got time for that. John, peace, what's happening? Moni, man. Hey, Moni, you classify yourself as an introvert? Because, man, you sounding like one of us. I'm trying to tell you. Man, when I, woo, yeah, that headphones got to stay on. I always kept studio joints on me. I don't even I'll be, like, you know it's real. Because sometimes you got the little earbuds in, people can't even tell. When I'm walking around like this, like that, you can tell what I got on, man. These things clear as day, big as day. Don't talk to me. I stay with the big boys on. Do not talk to me, fam. I remember when I used to walk around college, I used to walk around with them big boys blasting. Don't talk to me. But of course, you got people that still talking to you. You got the biggest headphones on, loud, and they still talking to you. They still talking to you. But I used to keep I keep some big boys on me, some big boys, studio headphones. That's how much I don't be want to talk to people when I'm in certain places. The big boys are on. Y'all ain't even got to look at, hey, do he got some AirPods? Nah, he got them on. But some people some people so oblivious, they still try to have that conversation. See me with some studio headphones on and you still trying to talk to me. Why? But yeah. TRA, it depends on the level of disrespect. You know what I'm saying? Like I say, I acknowledge everything one time. You know, I'm gonna give you your fair warning one good time. You know, whatever it was that was disrespectful, I'm gonna warn you one good time. Don't do that. Don't say that. Don't come at me that way. You know, and if the person chooses to come at me that same, we're not even gonna waste time. We gonna fulfill the promise. Like whatever I said was gonna happen, if you did that again, we gonna do it. Man, I don't like. That's why a lot of disrespect don't come my way because I'm going to let somebody know initially, fam, don't do that. Like, don't do this when you're around me. Don't say this. Don't say that. If you do it, this is gonna be the response every time. You know what I'm saying? Like, you got to fulfill that promise. I'm not about to be letting people come at me any type of way. No, I'm gonna let you know I don't play this. Don't talk about that around me. Don't talk like this around me. If you do, this is what's gonna have to happen. And every time you do that, it happens. People know who they can disrespect. Let's keep it real. People know who they can disrespect. People know who they can try. You know what I'm saying? People know. People know. People know who they can disrespect, fam. Now you might occasionally come on a situation where a person tries you, even though you may not be one of them. But for the most part, people know who they can get stuff off on. They know it. But all you got to do when you get disrespected one time is warn a person. Don't do that again. They do it again, then that's on you. If you don't fulfill that promise, then they're going to look at you like you a joke, and they're going to disrespect you again. So if a person disrespects you and you say you're going to do something, if they disrespect you again, if you don't do it, then now you looking silly. Okay, Moni, there we go. Oh yeah, nah, yeah, you definitely ain't gonna catch me around a crowd of people. You know what I'm saying? Like you ain't gonna even do it. Antoinette, Peach Queen, what's happening? Yeah, you ain't gonna catch me amongst crowds. Y'all already know how I feel about that one. Yeah, Moni, that yeah, I'm trying to tell you. Well, there you are. You one of us. Yeah, you one of us. You might not got as bad as me, but you one of us for sure. Oh yeah, Devin, 100%, man. I be the spokesperson for the introverted community. Some of us can talk very well, you know. Some of us can talk very well. We just are selective with who we choose to talk to. We speak with a purpose. When we speak, it's because we have something to say. A lot of times, introverts, we don't like to gossip. We don't have time for that mindless chatter. You know, when we speak, we got something important to say. We don't have anything important to say. We would rather not talk, and we just chill out. We observe, analyze, examine. That's how most of the introverts that I know are. Like, look, we got something to say, then we gonna say it. We don't have anything important to add on, then we gonna chill out, be quiet. We gonna chill out. We gonna chill out, be quiet. Terenzo, what's happening? Malik, you say the stakes got you. Hey, get off them stakes, bro. Ain't nothing to it but to do it, bro. Get off them stakes, for real. But yeah, I'm selective with the conversation. Selective with the my social like listen, my social battery, the social battery life is not that powerful. It don't take much for my social battery to die. You know what I'm saying? It don't take much for that battery to die. So I gotta use my energy wisely. So that's why I'm selective with the conversations. I'm selective with who I respond to because the social battery life is not that long for me. You know, it's not that long. I don't have much. I don't have much of that social energy in me. So I got to choose my conversations wisely, fam, because I get burnt out rather quickly. I get burnt out real quick. I'm telling you, real quick. Man, man, I could be enjoying the conversation, fam. Like I didn't have moments where I'm enjoying the conversation with a person. Like I'm enjoying it. Like it's cool the conversation. But man, it's going for too long. So you know what I'm saying? It's a cool conversation, but man, it's about 10 minutes in, and I'm like, all right, we need to wrap this up. Like we talking too much. You know? I didn't been there, I'd have been there, done that. Hey, Terenzo, there you go. Sound peaceful. Corey, peace. What's happening? Man, 12-minute battery. I think mine might be depending if the conversation is going good. I might have 10 minutes. To where I'm like, all right, now we gotta, you know what I'm saying? Like we gotta move on. I might have a good 10 minutes before I'm like, all right, time for this conversation to be over with. It's just for real, man. Like, I ain't got time for that, man. I don't know, man. My social battery is trash. Especially when I know I gotta talk to other people throughout the day. So I can't waste all this conversation on one person. So when the conversation is going 10 minutes or longer with one person, I'm like, fam, I know I gotta talk to somebody else. Man, we gotta wrap this up. Like when I worked in the bank, Brandon, that was tragic. That was tragic for me, man. My social battery stayed on E when I worked at the bank, man. I was having to have too many conversations about a bunch of whatever, fam. I don't even have the time. I can't tell you what folks is talking about. I'm like, man, I do not feel like hearing this, you know. And people just drilling me, bow. I'm like, all right, here we go. So I got to entertain this conversation. I'm talking about 8 hours of that. Man, I used to come to the crib. I ain't want to say nothing. See, a lot of time, man, when you date an introverted person, understand that if they have to socialize for their job, man, by the time they get to the crib, man, they really don't want to talk. That's no offense to the person that you with. There's no offense to you. It's just, man, we've been talking all throughout the day. The social battery is done. We don't have much conversation left. Man, you could be, listen, you could have good intentions. You know what I'm saying? Asking great questions, but we didn't have to talk for 8 hours. And it's like, man, I just don't have it in me. So when you date an introverted person and they got to talk for a living, man, by the time they get to the crib, man, you got to be patient. They got to, hey, for real, they got to recharge. Let them sit in silence for a minute. They got to recharge, man. They've been talking for 8 hours, 8, 9 hours. You got to recharge, man. We're not ready to walk right in the crib and have another conversation. I've been talking to people all day. I need time to recharge. I need to be quiet for a minute. Like, for real, a lot of people that date introverted people don't understand that. Like, man, he don't talk to me. It's because his social battery is drained. He been talking all day. What does he do for a living? He been talking all day. He just drained, fam. It's almost like being physically tired and expecting for somebody to do some physical work. Man, they tired. Their body is done. Their body needs some rest. You know what I'm saying? Like, they've been moving for 8, 10 hours, moving heavy boxes. And then after this 8, 10 hours, you want them to move some more heavy boxes. They done. They have reached muscle failure, fam. Some of us have reached social failure. We can't talk anymore. We don't have anything else to say. So we need 45 minutes an hour just to recharge. Then we might be able to hold that conversation, man. It ain't intentional, trust me. We might want to talk. We just did this and it don't come out. Like, for real, man. I'm telling you, it's that deep. We might want to have that conversation. We just cannot because the social battery, it's like your phone. Like, you got to charge that joint up, man. The battery is dead. You got to charge that battery up before you can use it. You know, so when that social battery die, man, I got to plug into that charger. I need quiet. You know, I got to plug into that charger. I recharge. And don't try to talk to me when I'm at 5%. You know what I'm saying? Let me get up to a decent percent. Let me get in the green at least. None. Yeah, peace. What's happening? Yeah, people definitely are, man, super draining. People are super draining, man. Like, for real. That's why I strive not to be that to other people. Because I know how it is. I know how it is to deal with that. I know how it is to deal with a person that's just draining, fam. Like, some people don't realize how draining they are. So that's why I strive not to ever be that person. Man, I'm not going to talk your head off when we having a conversation. You know, I'm going to listen, do all these things, man. I'm not about to be that person that drains you. Never. I'm not about to bring all my negative news on you and then just walk off. I ain't doing that. That's ridiculous. I can't do that one. Hit you with all my negative news voluntarily and then walk off. Don't give you the opportunity to say anything. You know, that's ridiculous, fam. So I'm not that type of person, man. I strive not to be that type of person, you know. And I work hard to not be that type of person. That's why I always try to listen. That's why I always strive to listen. Moni Peace, what you say? You say off. Hey, y'all already know ain't nothing off topic. This definitely ain't off topic because it's pertaining to food. Foods that contain that. Now I'm not about to pronounce that because I ain't about to fumble that word. But yeah, no, it's definitely beneficial. If I'm not mistaken, berries have the highest level of that joint, of those joints, I should say. So they definitely beneficial. Yeah, if I'm not mistaken, berries have the highest level of those joints, man. So beneficial, 100%, 100% beneficial. But yeah, nothing is off topic though. Nothing is off topic. But yeah, like hey, berries are the best fruits that you can eat. And if they contain high levels of those joints, then what that tell you? That's all I need to know. And we know the benefits that comes with consuming most of these berries, from the heart health to your blood to your skin to your brain if you're eating the blueberries. So for sure. Oh no, man, I'm trying to tell you, that's why I don't go back and forth. That's I don't say back and forth. That's why I don't tap in to a lot of that content because it's draining. Man, I can't do it. Like I used to have some type of patience to watch, like even the conscious community debates and stuff like that. I used to be able to watch that stuff for at least longer than 10 minutes. Now, man, I'll be like 5 minutes in and I'm like, man, this is annoying. I'll be 5 minutes in, I'm like, man, I gotta turn this off. I gotta turn to something else. Like I don't even have 5 minutes of that type of nonsense, man. Once I realize it's not productive to my, my wellness, my health and wellness, like I'm tapped out. Like when I'm watching something on YouTube and I realize like it's just not conducive to my growth and development, man, I'm instantly like, or it's just not of my interest. And it's just some nonsense. I'm be like, all right, I'm good. I'm drained. Like I can't hear y'all go back and forth. Everybody talking over each other. Everybody cursing each other out. I ain't got time for it, man. I probably got 5 good minutes of that in me, and then I'm like, all right, this is getting corny now. Like, what is the point of what we doing? I don't have it, man. Like my patience for that is not like where it used to be. I used to be able to watch stuff like that and really see what was going on out here. But I can't do it, man. Muzz be asking me, man, you watch such an, I be like, nah, fam, I don't even know. I can't do it. Then they'll send me a video. The video be about an hour, 30 minutes long. As soon as I tap in, man, Muzz just on some petty nonsense. I'm like, man, I can't watch that for no hour 30. Man, I can't watch some petty nonsense for an hour and 30 minutes, man. I can't do it. I used to be able to do it, but I can't do it. I can't do it now. I can't do it. You know what I'm saying? Like I just I don't have it in me. Like I say, I be trying to watch. I go back and try to watch some of the conscious stuff, man, and just see like they be debating, and then man, it be some childish nonsense. I'll be like, yep, instantly. Let me turn this off. Oh no, for sure. You already know. I definitely would rather pick up a book, man. I'm picking up the book. I ain't even finna entertain it. We gonna read this book. They talking crazy, and you know that's what they intended. That's the type of environment that they intended to create. You know, when they started to create social media and things like that. They already knew it. They knew what type of environment this would create. You know, once they start like the super chats and all this type of stuff, man. Once all of this became a thing, they knew people was gonna be out here doing whatever for the clicks, doing whatever for the views, so they can get the super chats. They knew they was gonna be watching other people. Once they showed people how many subscribers they got, like they knew all of this stuff was gonna happen, man. They knew it. They knew it. They knew it for sure. So I pick up a book, man. I'd rather learn. Y'all see, I be surrounded by books. I have no shortage of books. So I'd rather read. I'd rather read. Yeah, I'd rather read. I'd rather crack open the book. I'd rather watch something that's informative. I'd rather watch some of my ancestors, some of my elders debate white folks and go in on the white folks. Like I tap into that type of stuff. Like let me see Khalid Muhammad go in on this white dude, or let me see him go in on this Sambo, correct him real quick. You know, I'm gonna watch something like that. I don't have time to see everybody going back and forth, being petty and stuff like that, man. For real. Let's focus on the mission, man. Let's elevate the folks. Let's elevate the minds of the people. That's what a lot of people are tuning in for. Elevate the minds of the people. Hey, if entertainment is your thing, then do that. I'm not the one for that though. I'm not your target market. But if the message is information to elevate, focus on that. Focus on that. Focus on that. If your message is elevation, if you striving to elevate the people, focus on that. Never let anybody cause you to deteriorate or to deviate. Not deteriorate. No, let nobody cause you to deviate from that message at all. Stay on point. Stay true to the message, man. Stay true to your purpose. Don't let people knock you off your square. Fam, I will never let anybody knock me off my square. No matter what they saying, I'm always stay true to the message and the cause and my purpose. I don't care what people are saying. We stand true to it. I can't allow other people to dictate what I talk about. I can't allow other people to dictate how I move. I can't allow other people to dictate my message and my purpose. I can't do that. That's giving them power over me. Emphatically, no. So Renzo, I don't blame you. I can't. I'm telling you, you know, outside of YouTube, man, like the only reason I'm on the other platforms is for business purposes. Colleen, peace, what's happening? Man, no, we didn't had several periods where it appeared like we was on the right path, but little did we know. Because when I had started coming into consciousness and knowledge of self, that was around when 2009, 2010. That stuff was heavy then. I'm talking about people was waking up seriously. The algorithms were still trash, but they wasn't as trash. So it was a lot of waking up, as we like to call it, going on. And then unfortunately, some of the most popular people that was in that community that folks was subscribing to and watching turned out to be scammers. So that messed up the whole game. Messed up the whole entire game. These folks that I'm talking about dropping bombs, and you was like, man, who is such and such? And you watching them, next thing you know, they scamming. They scamming the people. So that messed it up, fam. When all these dudes started scamming folk, you know, you dropping all of this information, man. You waking up these black folk looking like you for the black folk, then you're scamming. You telling us not to fool with these white folks. Then next thing you know, pictures dropping to you, shaking hands with them, cutting deals with them. Man, what are you doing? Like, if you want to cut deals with them, cool, but don't be making it seem like, don't be encouraging us not to work with them, not to do anything with them, and then you doing it. So all that type of stuff was happening, man. I remember that clear as day. You know, I'm tapped in. I'm watching all these videos, all these lectures. I'm like, man, these dudes eating. Next thing you know, man, they getting accused of all type of scamming. And that's that social media, man. That people get these subscribers, man. That fame, that attention, all of that popularity, it gets to folks' heads, man. Never fails. That ego gets to getting ridiculous, man. Ego done destroyed us, especially us brothers. That ego done tore us up. We out here ready to fight. Man, we ready to fight over interpretations of a Bible verse. Like, that's how real it be getting. We ready to fight. We ready to throw blows over that. Like, that's like, it's ridiculous, man. Like, flat out ridiculous, man. We ready to throw blows over Bible verses. But no, hey, at the time when I was doing it, because I ain't, be honest with you, I ain't never even watched the Hidden Colors, honestly, because I already know what was in them. But it was Sonetta channel is what had got me. I was watching all that jazz. you know, but I was tapped in. I was tapped into some other stuff that was waking me up at the time. You know, I was real. So it was a documentary that came out around that time called The Obama Deception. Like it was, man, it was just a bunch of stuff that was coming out at that time that I remember, man. That was because people got to understand the big thing at that time was people talking about like the government, Illuminati, stuff like that. You know, so it was a lot of, unfortunately, which is crazy because George Bush was just as trash. I don't care about any president, but you know how when the black man becomes the mascot, then that's when the white folks start fooling with the conspiracies. So when Obama became the mascot, then the conspiracy joint got real in the field. It got real heavy. You know what I'm saying? They do that when a black face gets in there. The conspiracy about to get really real because now the white folks tapping in. See, the white folks wasn't tapping in when we was telling y'all the stuff was rigged when George Bush beat Al Gore and all that. What they did to people in Florida when they did their votes like that. White folks wasn't hearing that. They wasn't fooling with the stuff then. They wasn't dealing with the truth then. But when the black man becomes the mascot, then they like, oh, now we finna tap into all of this. So stuff had got real once they made Obama the mascot because white folks didn't like that. So white folks was tapping in. So when the white folks tapped in, on top of the black folks that was tapping in, it became major. It became real major. White folks like, hold on, now we tapping into the kid. But we have been trying to tell y'all white folks what was up. You know, with George Bush trash, ain't no way he should have been in there twice. You know what I'm saying? We tried to put y'all on Clinton. Clinton was trash. You know, we put y'all on game. We woo woo woo. But no, it wasn't until Obama got in there that white folks was like, hold on. Let us try to expose the system. Let's expose this guy. We got to expose him. And now you got stuff like the Obama deception. Alex Jones was a big deal back then. Alex Jones was a big deal back then. Alex Jones was humongous deal back then. You know, but man, I had watched that Obama deception. That Obama deception was like 3 hours long. That was a long documentary. Now I watched that whole joint. It was a few other documentaries that was out, but that was the thing, man. You was breaking down the symbolism in music videos. You was playing songs backwards, trying to find the demonic message, all that type of stuff, man. We doing all that. Doing all that back in the day. I remember it like it was yesterday. Doing all that. Doing all of that stuff was heavy. On top of, you know what I'm saying, watching lectures and things like that. You know, now stuff is just overly saturated, man. And they have forced us to kind of talk about the same exact things. They have made it unpopular. Not even unpopular. They have made it dangerous to talk about certain things. If you talk about this, then hey, guess what's gonna happen? Your platform gonna get, you know what I'm saying? You're gonna get removed, get deleted. I saw somebody just post on Facebook. Let me see if I can find the exact post. I think I remember who posted it. But this is sad though. The post that I'm about to read off to y'all. This is sad because this is how people feel. Terenzo, that's the man. That's the one. I forgot. Yeah, Zeitgeist was yes. That was the one. That's the one. Zeitgeist was the one. The Zeitgeist preceded all the stuff that we talking about. That was one of the ones. I remember Lupe said, "I don't trust America" after watching Zeitgeist. I remember that. Lupe was going hard back then, man. People were sleeping on Lupe. Lupe was banging on the system around that time. But yeah, Zeitgeist was I watched that too. But let me find this post though. Like here go the post right here. Someone told me a long time ago, you go woke, you will go broke. I've lost out of tens of thousands of dollars for posting a lot of stuff. Unfortunately, a lot of people had that perspective. So they feel like if they speak the truth, they're going to be broke. So people don't want to speak the truth. They'd rather speak what's popular because they chasing the bag. So a lot of people have equated dropping the truth, dropping information, being woke, so to speak, with being broke. That's the unfortunate reality. So when people equate being woke with being broke, nobody wants to talk. Nobody wants to speak that language. Nobody wants to speak that language because they equate it with being broke. Then they watch all these other platforms that's talking about whatever they talking about, and they see all the money coming in. They like, all right, cool, we're gonna talk about that. All they see when they see somebody dropping this information is they channel getting deleted, they videos getting removed, all that type of stuff. They like, man, I'm good on that. Why would I want to chase that? So unfortunately, a lot of people possess their mentality. Being woke equates to being broke. They don't feel like you can drop the truth and build wealth at the same time. They don't feel like that comes with that. They feel like, man, you either gonna die or you gonna be broke if you drop the truth. You know, and that's the unfortunate reality. And they have made social media reflect that. You know, when you drop it, when you drop in the truth, you underneath the radar. Underneath the radar. But when you talking about what's popular, or you talking about some garbage or some nonsense, then all right, cool. Algorithm rank them a little higher. Rank them a little higher. You know, I wish I had all the books that was put me on game back in the day when we was on that type of time. You know, I remember I was watching them movies back then, man. You know, They Live, Eyes Wide Shut, just movies with a bunch of symbolism in it. I got some books called Esoteric Hollywood. It's like 2 volumes of those joints. Get those books, man. It's called Esoteric Hollywood. I got them behind me somewhere, but I ain't about to go look for them. I got some books called Esoteric Hollywood. Yeah, Esoteric Hollywood, Sex, Cults, and Symbols in Film. And I think it's 2 volumes of those joints. One day I might break them joints down. But it's some books called Esoteric Hollywood. Yeah, I was on stuff like that, looking at the symbolism, looking at the symbolism in the movies, looking at the symbolisms in the videos, looking at the symbolism. Man, I used to watch C-SPAN. C-SPAN, fam. I watch C-SPAN. See, C-SPAN is where they was dropping all the Jews on you. That's when they was passing them bills, like they was keeping us distracted, and then they get on C-SPAN and then they approve a bill or something that's taking away our freedom. So I was watching C-SPAN, fam. I was like, man, let me see what they talking about on C-SPAN. That's when they was dropping the real truth on C-SPAN. Nobody watches C-SPAN, fam. I was watching all that, getting all information. They gonna drop the truth on C-SPAN because they don't think we was watching. So I say, no, let me tap in. Let me see what they talking about. Let me see what these folk talking about on the C-SPAN. Oh, Tony, man, we should stop. For real, honestly, if we want to keep it funky, we should all, for 30 days, especially us brothers, because you know our health be the worst, we should be going raw fruits, raw veggies with some nuts and seeds for 30 days. We should all be on pretty much a raw cleanse, man, for 30 days. To be real in the field, we should be going raw for 30 days. Like, to be honest with you, I might have to set that up for the brothers, man. We should be going raw for 30 days. That'll jumpstart all of us. You know, and that's gonna lead to discipline. I'm telling you, boy, your health is gonna skyrocket. You go raw for 30 days. I promise you. Like, I promise y'all, man, going raw, man. I promise y'all. Going raw fruits, veggies, nuts, and seeds, plenty of water. That'll get you right for 30 days. Promise you. Oh, none. Yep, I know about that book. I'm pretty sure I got that somewhere behind me. Now I'm trying to tell you, I was on that heavy. I was on that stuff. I got all type of books behind me about all that. For real. Like, I stayed tapped in, man. I'm like, man, what they plotting and planning? What's the agenda? What's the move? You know, so I stayed studying that stuff. I still study that stuff from time, like not from time to time. I still study that stuff. You know, because again, they still working. They still fulfilling their agenda out here. Like, all of this stuff was predicted. Like all the gay stuff y'all see, like man, Muzz talking about that years ago. Muzz told y'all that was coming. And I've never forget. I wish I had my old Facebook page. I wish that didn't get removed. They was trying to, you know what I'm saying, they was on some funny business. But I told folks, I said they gonna normalize homosexuality, and I said pedophilia is next. I wish I had the receipt when I said that. Pedophilia is next, and then bestiality, which is relationships with animals. But they working on pedophilia now. They've been working on it for a minute. But I called it. I said, look, they're gonna normalize homosexuality. That's gonna be the norm. And once they successfully do that, they're gonna move on to pedophilia. They're gonna move on to that. Then once that becomes the norm and accepted, then they're gonna move on to bestiality. Serpent, at the end of the day, we got to understand what hunger really is. See, a lot of times we don't even be hungry. It's an appetite. So really, it's how you control your appetite. Because true hunger, we think it's in the stomach, but it's really in like the throat and the mouth. So most of the time we think we actually hungry. We not. We thirsty. We dehydrated. So it's more so how to control the appetite. And that's a mental thing. You know, you got to do some detoxes, some cleanses, things like that. You got to fast. That's the best way to curb that appetite, because that's going to rewire your taste buds. You know, that's how I killed all my cravings, man. I detox, I cleanse, I put the right foods in my system. And it's not necessarily the easiest thing, but you just got to do it. You just got to put the right foods in your system, and then eventually you're going to stop craving the bad foods. You're going to stop craving destructive habits in general. Like you're not gonna crave that stuff at all. Yeah, you ain't gonna crave that stuff at all, man. So I did a lot of fasting, you know, drinking these smoothies, putting the greens into my system, things like that. Next thing you know, it's like I don't even have a desire to eat any other trash food, any other toxic foods. No desire at all. I'm just like, nah, I'm good. I don't need that. You know, because the taste buds change, the taste buds shift. The healthier you become, the less you crave all of that. Serpent, yeah, eating light is cool. Depending, like if you eating light and healthy and clean, yeah, that's cool. That's cool for sure. But yeah, you supposed to eat light. You know, the healthiest coaches, they say don't eat until you full. Eat until you about 80% of the way there. You know, so yeah, eating light is definitely on point. Eating light is definitely the way to go about it, man. I'm definitely eat light all the time. Eat light so you can stay light. Kelvin, peace, what's happening? But yeah, man, when you fast, when you detox, when you cleanse, and you just put the right foods in your system, the appetite, you're gonna have control over that. When you give the body what it needs, like that appetite, you're gonna have a lot of control over the appetite. Nowadays, we be having appetites for psychological reasons, and then we consume a lot of empty calories. So we eating a lot, but we not gaining a lot from what we eat. So the body is always starving for nutrients. Hence the appetite, the consistent appetite that we tend to have. So it's like you eating a lot, but your body is not gaining a lot of nutrients from all this food you eating because it's empty calories. So when the body is eating all these empty calories, the body still needs and craves these calories. So it's gonna send off these signals. You know what I'm saying? Hey, we need food, we need to eat more because you're not giving it what it needs. When you eat healthy and you give the body what it needs, then the body it's not gonna send off the signals. You know what I'm saying? It's like, all right, now we good, we satisfied. We got all our nutrients, we don't need to eat anymore. The problem is we eating all these empty calories. We're not feeding the body the proper nutrients. So when you don't feed the body the proper nutrients, it's gonna talk like, man, we go get you something to eat. Keep eating until I get what I need. So that's why people just walk around always thinking they hungry and snacking and doing all that, because the body is not being satisfied, it's not being fulfilled, because we're not giving it all of the nutrients. You know, so make sure you supply your body with what it needs. You know, so I never tell myself I'm hungry. You know what I'm saying? Because I know I'm not. If I ate anything throughout the day, I'm not hungry. Your body, you can go a very long time without eating food. You know, so if you just ate something 5 hours ago, you're not hungry. So I never classify and I never tell myself I'm hungry. I always just say I have an appetite, meaning I can eat. I want to eat, but I don't need to eat. When you say like you hungry or you starving, you are telling yourself basically you need to eat, which you do not. You just had something to eat 3 hours ago. There's no possible way you could be starving right now. It's impossible. Your body still has layers of fat, body fat that it can feed off of. You know, you ain't at 0% body fat, are you? As long as you got a percentage of stored body fat, then man, you is no way that you starving. There's no way that you hungry. Your body has 20% body fat that it got to eat through before you can consider yourself starving. That's the whole reason why you storing the body fat. You know, so I never tell myself I'm hungry. It's I have an appetite. Two totally different things. Appetite means I can eat, I want to eat. When you start using words like I'm hungry, I'm starving, like I need to eat. That's the message you send it to your I need to eat because I'm hungry. I'm starving. If I don't eat, then I'm going to die. Like that's how people literally feel. No, you just ate 3 hours ago. You just ate 4 hours ago. You ate 16 hours ago. That's still enough time. You go a very long time without food. Just ask your ancestors. Our ancestors ain't have this access that we had to food 24/7. You could just walk up to your cabinet, grab some food. Ancestors wasn't living like that, so ask them about it. Ammonia, 100%. Mind over matter. But a lot of people, unfortunately, have weak minds, and that's part of the problem. Serpent, you say, do you believe in sex transmutation? That's one of those things. It's all I ain't gonna say it's placebo, but yeah, it's you definitely you definitely can manifest things via that act because of the emotion that's tied into sexual acts a lot of the times. Now I gotta say a lot of the times because now these days people removing the emotion from the act of sex, so it's like people just going through motions these days. But when the emotions are there, like that's part of manifestation. That's a tool to manifest, having deep emotion behind it. You know what I'm saying? So when you engage in an act like that, and it's a lot of emotion behind it, and you want to manifest something, that's a perfect time to do it. You know what I'm saying? Because your emotions are high. Your emotions are high. So that's a very good time to put something into the atmosphere and strive to manifest it. But y'all, man, with that being said, man, I'm about to lose track of time, man. I gotta head up to this gym. Y'all know I'm always on the go, always working, you know. But it's all good though. It's gonna pay off for us. But I appreciate y'all. I appreciate y'all tapping in with the kid, man. And who knows? I might tap in again with y'all tomorrow. I got a lot to say, you know. But I appreciate y'all taking this time out to tap in, listen to the kid build. I might tap in tomorrow. If not, it is what it is. I'll see y'all when I see y'all. I'm gonna let y'all get back to enjoying the rest of y'all Tuesday. Y'all be healthy out here. I'm out. Peace.